running one of our regular Sunday freezeouts. Looks like it's gonna fold around to Joy with King Queen. Ace, Deuce 7, couple hearts out there. Looks like a bet from OJ, and he'll take it down. Quick one to get us started on the live stream tonight. After this hand, I'm going to go over there and close that door. Jerry's got ace-jack suited. He's cutting on some betting chips. Up to 3. John sticks around. Looks like he's going to be the only one, though. Heads up to the flop. Suited ace for John as well. 4, queen, 10. Couple of clubs out there. Neither hearts nor spades. John's going to get away from it after the bet from Jerry. 7-8 of diamonds for Christian. Five ways to the flop. Third diamond out there. Looks like a fold from OJ there. 8-7 suited gets there for Christian. It's going to turn the flush. Good fold by OJ there with his queen. Two kings out there, queen for second pair. Looks pretty nice. OJ's got 8 jacks suited. $3,500 from OJ. Pocket 10s for Joe. Just a call with the pocket 10s. Ace queen for Christian. He decides just to make the call as well. Here comes the flop. Queen 8-9. I'm going to check over to OJ, who's going to check as well. Another 8 out there. The 8's going to be trips for OJ. Christian, top pair. He's going to make it 8,000. OJ is going to put them in some trouble. Just a call this street. Joe makes a good fold, made a nice bet, enticing any of those better hands to raise off. Ace of spades does not change anything except for the fact that Christian looks even better now. He checks. Three 8s. He's gonna bet 20,000 chips. Oh, so sick. Rough hand there for Christian. He's gonna fold around to the blinds. Little call from Christian. He's got pocket jacks. 9-4 for Ricky. He's gonna need some help. Looks like they both check to the turn. which is the King of Hearts. A bet from Christian's going to take it down, though. Ricky, nothing to call with on that board. Christian's got a set of jacks. Unlucky for Christian that Ricky doesn't have anything to call with, but Ricky's going to enjoy not flopping two pair with Christian set out there in the waters. And this time, action's on Scary Jerry. Not very scary cards, though. He agrees. Looks like Joy's going to check. All the limpers get in for the minimum. Mike's got a mystery hand. No, Mike doesn't. Mike's not in the hand. They check to the turn. Joy's going to check it again. Looks like a bet of 6,500 from OJ. And everybody's going to get away from it. This time John will be first to act. Gonna fold around to Christian. 9-8 offsuit. He gets away from it. Suited baby ace for Ricky. He'll stick around. Joy will get in there with King 8. King, Queen, 6. Two clubs out there on the flop. Jerry's going to bet 7,000. And it looks like he'll take it down. Sounds like a minute until the blinds go up. Pocket jacks for Mike. He's going to make it 6. And looks like no one wants to play with him. Raise up to 7,000 from, looks like DJ Ricky. He's got king, queen suited. Jerry takes advice, decides not to call. Everybody's going to take the advice. No one's going to stick around. Seems like Christian's reached the acceptance stage of that hand with pocket fours earlier. Action starting on Joe. Call from Christian with king 10 of spades. King jack for Ricky, of course. Looks like OJ is going to stick around, as is Mike. Mike's got ace queen. Whole bunch of hands around the table. Oh. Maybe Mike's still waiting to act with that ace queen. Or raise it up. OJ gets away from it. Just going to be king jack suited versus ace queen off. Two ways to the flop. Mike and DJ Ricky heads up. Flop is 6, 8, 9. Two diamonds and a club out there. Bet a 12 from Mike and a call from DJ Ricky. Queen of spades on the turn. It's going to give top pair to Mike. Bet a 21,000 this time. King jack with the gut shot. Ricky's having some trouble laying it down. Wow. He knows exactly what Mike's got. He makes the call. Jack. It's not going to get him there. Mike's ace queen is going to hold. Looks like Jerry is still our big stack, but OJ is slowly but surely creeping up on him. King 9 for DJ Ricky. He'll stick around. Looks like Mike's going to call with Queen 8 off. And Joe's going to take his option to check with 9-8. Flop is Ace King Jack. DJ Ricky's king currently in the lead. Looks like no one's going to stick around at Ricky's bet on the flop. Here come the cards. King 9 again for DJ Ricky. It's going to mirror his action last hand. Joe's going to stick around. Jack 10 for Christian. He's going to take the option to raise up to 7 total. Ricky will stick around. Looks like Joe must have gotten away from it. Heads up to the flop. Ace, Jack 4. He's going to put Christian's Jack 10 in the lead. He'll check it over to Ricky, though. Ricky finds a bet at 20,000. Really effective bet sizing here against the pair of jacks, but Christian's going to stick around. Uh-oh. No more representing the ace for Ricky. Check from Christian, and Ricky is going to check it back. Boat on the river for Christian. Oh, just a check. And a check back. Good job by Ricky slowing down there, realizing there's a good chance that Christian's got some nuts hands. Some nuts holdings there, lots of jacks, aces, and because it's Christian, a few 4s probably as well. Looks like blinds will be up next hand. Ace 9 for Jerry. He'll raise up to 7,000. Ooh, Ace Jack suited for Christian. Looks like Jerry keeps moving his cards around in his box. Makes the computer think he's folding. Heads up to the flop, 10, 3, 5 rainbow. Jerry with ace 9. Bet a 12,000 from Jerry, and it looks like Christian gets away from the better hand there. Good bet by Jerry. This time Jerry under the gun. Not much to look down at. OJ is going to make the call. It's going to fold around to Ricky, who makes the call. Joy's going to take her option to check. 3 ways to the flop. Five, 3, 5, 2 diamonds out there. Currently just the king high in the lead. Gonna check over to OJ. He'll check it. I'll check down the turn too, all the way to the river. Looks like a bet of 3,000 from Ricky. And everybody else is going to get away from it. Another good run out for Ricky there. Catch a queen on the turn. King 10 of diamonds for John George. He'll get away from it under the gun. OJ's going to make the call. Ace, queen for Christian. Up to 8,000 this time. OJ's going to make a quick call. We'll go heads up to the flop. Ace Queen's been trouble for Christian tonight, but he does not have a whole lot coming up against him to the flop, which is Deuce 8 King. Looks like 10-8 is going to take the lead. They check it around. 10 for 2 pair for OJ. Pretty much just a jack. Gonna save Christian here. Looked like a bet of 10,000 from OJ and a call from Christian. Ace on the river doesn't change anything. Another bet of 10 and a quick call to get the bad news from OJ. Those rivers when Christian's got ace queen have been real rough, make him feel like he's good. Last time he rivered 2 pair, this time he rivered top pair. Looks like Mike's cards never hit the box, but he's found a reason to raise it up to 9,000. Big raise up to 33 from Joe with the pocket tens. Heads up to the flop. Oh, looked like that was an all-in shove from Joe. And a call from Mike. Flop is 9 deuce deuce 2 spades. Ace king for Mike. No ace, no king. Joe's pocket tens are going to hold. Mike's got a hand again. Suited king for Jerry. He'll make the call. Looks like John's in there. OJ's in there. 4 ways to a flop. Queen, Jack 3, 2 spades. OJ's got the ace of spades. Looks like they check around to Jerry, who makes it 6 to go. OJ make the call. John and Mike will get out of the way. 10 of hearts on the turn. Not going to change anything yet. Pair of threes still good for OJ. Looks like he checks it over to Jerry, who makes a bet of 18 or so, and quick fold from OJ. Seven, 6 for John. He'll bump it up to 5 or 8, looks like. And everybody's going to get out of the way. Nice little pre-flop bet from John. Steal the blinds with 7-6 off. King, queen offsuit for Christian. Maybe not. He folds under the gun. Five, 4 for OJ. He'll make it 13 to go. This time it's OJ's turn to steal the blinds with a unsuited connector. King, queen suited for Jerry. Looks like a raise up to 11. John's got king 10 suited. He'll make the call. Mike's still thinking about it because he's got a suited ace. He'll get away from it though. Just gonna be heads up to the flop in between John, George, and Jerry. May sound like we have 3 people. Ace, 8, 4. Nut flush draw for Jerry. He'll make it 8,000. Looks like a raise up to 21,000 from John with his king 10. Perhaps representing the ace, trying to price out those diamonds for their draw. Jerry's going to make the call. No diamond yet, but Jerry is still in the lead. Except for when running clubs come out and give John the flush. Looks like Jerry's going to fire off into the abyss here. Bet of 21,000. And a call from John George. Oh, not a call. A shove from John George. Just that second pair on the river for Jerry to hold on to. Jerry's going to take another look. And he's going to get away from it. Good fold by Jerry there. Sounds like John's giving the game away. Told Jerry it was bluff on the flop. No ace for him. Ace for Jerry though, ace queen. He's just going to make the call. OJ's in there with a suited baby ace. Mike's in there. Something or another. Deuce 6 suited for Christian. Jack 6 for Ricky. 5 ways to a flop. Queen, ace 6 rainbow. Monster flop for Jerry. Jerry's going to make it 6,000 when given the option. Looks like OJ makes the call and Mike's going to get away. King queen this time for Jerry. Oh, pocket rockets for Mike. He makes it 15,000. It looks like Jerry's gonna make the call. He's gonna need a lot of help here. Flop is 5, 4, deuce, all spades. Both have a spade, but the ace of spades for Mike, who is going to shove on that flop. Jerry's reaching for calling chips. And he will make the call. Still a couple cards to come, but 99% chance that the aces hold here. And the 7 confirms it. 4th spade for good measure. Looks like Mike's aces are going to hold for him. He's going to get a nice double up off of one of the chip leaders. Next hand will be the first hand of 2,000, 4,000, I do believe. One more cheap hand of poker before we go. Pocket 9s for Christian. He's going to raise it up to 9,000 for pocket 9s. Baby ace for Jerry. He'll make the call. Heads up to the flop. 9's currently in the lead, but just takes one card to change that. Not yet, though. 7, 10, jack. 2 hearts out there. A bet of 12,000 from Jerry. Good pressure to put on Christian there. He is going to make the fold. 2 overs to his pocket pair out there. Another great bet from Jerry. King 10 for Mike. Joe's going to make the call. Looks like a call from Jerry as well. John George going to take his option to check with a mystery hand. Ace 9-3. 2 hearts out there. Ace 6 currently in the lead, assuming there's not a better ace out there for John, which it looks like there isn't. 75 from Jerry. Looks like call from Joe. The 3 is going to secure the lead for Joe's ace there. Bet a 10,000 from Joe. Jerry is going to river a pair, but not enough to make the call. Joe's going to take it down with his bet. Looks like Mike will be first to act this time. Seven deuce is going all around the table tonight. Queen Jack for Jerry. He's thinking it over. He'll make the call. Queen Jack for John George. Looks like he's going to stick around. OJ's going to take his option to check with 7-5 off. 9 ace ace. Bet a 5,000 from John. Call from Jerry. Jack. Wow. Jerry's got a club. It's going to give him a little bit of an edge here, but no club to come, so it's going to be a chop. They check down the river. Couple of obligatory good hands from the people who have the same hand. Looks like Joe's going to make the call here with Jack 9. Whoa, Joy's got ladies. Just a call from Joy. Jerry's got 7 deuce. One of the ladies that she's looking for is going to be in the holdings of John there. But it looks like nobody's leaving. Queen 8, queens, Jack 9, 5-4, and Jack 5. 5 ways to a flop. 4-7-7. Joy still in the lead. Joy's going to make it 5K. And it's going to fold around. No takers. Luckily for Joy, there weren't. I don't think there was a single holding with an overcard to the queen. And none out there on the flop to scare her away from it. Four deuce. Not going to get much love here from Christian. Jeremy Special also hits the muck. Pocket eights for Jerry. He'll make the call. King Jack for OJ. He'll make it 8. Looks like Jerry's going to make the call. Heads up to the flop. Jerry's 8's in the lead, but he's going to have to dodge kings, jacks. Oh. And all of those. Checks it over to OJ. Sneaky little bet of 6,000. Gut shot here for Jerry on top of his pocket pair. He's gonna raise it up to 18. Wow. Not a whole lot of cards are gonna come out to help him there after that flop bet. In fact, he is dead on the turn, but still firing. Bet of 22 now. It's quickly going to be called, of course, from the man who flopped a straight. Looks like Jerry starts to slow down, checks it over to the button. Good news for Jerry, that second 5. Bet of 20 from OJ. That second 5 feels like a decent card for a pocket pair holding. You'd prefer to have overs if you're going to continue to fire, though. Bad news. He's going to make the call. Good job from OJ, making sure he gets the maximum there. Pocket 8s for Ricky. He seems to like them. Grabbing some chips. Up to 12,000. And nobody wants to play with DJ Ricky. Yep, it's going to fold around. Take one down pre-flop. But he will get enough to pay off this big blind. Ace-9 suited for Joy, suited in the diamonds. She'll make a quick call. John and Jerry get out of the way. Queen 10 will induce a call from OJ, though. Ace-Jack will do the same for Mike. Looks like everybody else is going to fold. Be 4 ways to a flop, though. A whole lot of Broadway out there. Whole lot of diamonds, too. Two spades out there. They're going to check it around. King high flop. Queen there on the turn. It's going to put OJ in the lead. Bet a 6,000 from OJ. Quickly called by Mike. DJ, Ricky, and Joy are going to get out of there, though. 8 is not going to help Mike out. Queen's going to be in the lead for OJ, but he'll check over to Mike. And a good check back from Mike there. OJ on a little bit of a roll. A couple hands in a row now, and he is taking the lead as the deep stack at the table. Jerry will be first to act. He doesn't get to look down at much of his hand, though. $8,000 from OJ. He's got ace-jack this time. DJ Ricky. He's going to make the call. King, queen off. Ace, 7, 9, 2 clubs out there. A bet of 10,000 from OJ and an all-in shove from Ricky. This is a good board to put pressure on, but Ricky is not bluffing into the clubs. He's bluffing into the ace, which is just licking its chops, waiting for someone to bluff into it. Yeah, I didn't really see any chance that OJ laid it down. Ricky's going to need a little bit of help. Running cards for the straight, running cards for the flush. Neither are going to come out. A third ace for OJ. Bad news for DJ Ricky. He will be eliminated, it seems. Good run tonight, and Ricky's been making a good run, not just here in Farwell, but apparently all around New Mexico, taking a tournament down in Ruidoso at the end of the Mountain God just this last weekend. No question, Ricky is a very familiar face here at the South Plains Poker Stream. He's here just about every week, at least once, usually more than once, on the final table, especially for our WSOP ladder series, where people can earn a spot in this year's 2025 WSOP later this summer. Baby ace for John under the gun. He's not going to stick around with it. Looks like everybody's getting out of the way except for Christian. He's going to make an all-in shove with that suited king. Jerry in the big blind is thinking about it with 5 deuce. Oh, no fun. Jerry's going to make the right decision and put down 5 deuce. Good bet there from Christian. Gonna stay afloat just a little while longer as these blinds go up. Now, granted, there's no ante like there is in some of our other tournaments, but as those blinds go up, it becomes increasingly, very increasingly profitable and equitable, I guess, probably the better term in the tournament. Increasingly equitable to make those blind steal moves like we saw John George and Christian doing the last 30 minutes or so. Jack 10 for OJ, he'll make the call. King 10 for Mike, he'll make the call. Joe gets away from it, but Christian looks down at ladies. He's rewarded for his shove there with King 7 suited by looking down at ladies next hand. Looks like ace queen suited for Joy. She's, of course, going to make the call. Call from OJ. Wow, we've got a pot building. Mike going to get away from it. OJ's got the baby cards here. Not very small. They're Jack 10. You know, it's a decent hand, but it's going to kind of pale in comparison to the queens and ace queen suited for Joy. And check to the turn, check to the river. No surprise, the queens are going to hold here. Good hand there for Christian. Like I said, getting rewarded for making his moves. You love that when you make a decision in poker and it feels right and you look down the next hand and you have a premium, and that's how you know you made the right decision, because the poker gods rewarded you. Sounds like the blinds are going to go up. 3,000, 6,000. Could be true. No, come on, 1% VPIP. Be for real. It's going to fold around to Jerry. He's got a suited jack, but he's not going to make the call. Queen 4 for John in the small blind. Looks like just a check from OJ with 7-3. Ooh, Queen 9-7, 2 clubs out there. They're going to check to the turn. Jack is not going to be any more enticing for OJ 7 holding. And a bet is going to take it down for John there with top pair. A raise up to 15,000 from John George. We're not going to catch his cards, but I have a feeling it's probably a pretty strong combination. Probably that ace of diamonds in there. Last time there was a true mystery hand, Ricky had the aces, so non-zero chance, so we were looking at a pretty strong hand there for John. No action, though. Heads up to the flop. Queen, deuce, 8. 2 spades out there. Only spade and Mike's holding. Bet a 12,000 from John George. No made hand, but he is good with the high card. Wow. Looked like a... Bet a 12 from John, and he is going to end up folding to the raise from Mike. Good raise there. A couple of our players' stacks starting to dwindle now. Jerry's in some trouble. Joy's down there with him. It looks like Joe's got a little bit of a lead on him, but he's going to need to make a couple moves too if he's looking to make the cash. Ace, king. Jerry does not, like I said, not much left behind for Jerry. Raised to 17 though, not a full shove. Christian in the big blind. He's gonna get away from Jack 7 suited. Means that Jerry's gonna take it down pre-flop with that big slick. Final table running for just over an hour now. 2 eliminations, but action started to slow down. Once we got the stream up and running, everybody playing a little bit more cautiously. Raise from John there. Joy's got pocket 7s. Ace 9 of diamonds versus pocket 7s. All there's left to do is to race. Flop is 9, 8, 3. All clubs. Gonna need another club for Joy. 9. Oh, no club. Good hand for John. Rough run out there for Joy. First 9 was enough, especially without that club. Second 9's just disrespectful, in my opinion. But that is going to leave us with 6 players now. Seems like they've all congregated around one side of the table. Yeah. Little ace for Mike there. Table starts to thin out. Those aces start to get more and more valuable. Christian's gonna raise it up to 20,000 with Jack 7. No call there from Mike. He'll get away from it. Good bet there from Christian. Queen 10 suited for OJ. Gonna make the call for 6. Ace 7 for Christian. He'll stick around as well. John gonna take his option to check. Ace on the flop. Gonna check over to OJ, who makes it 11,000 to go. Christian, top pair, currently in the lead. Calling a fold from John. Means we're going heads up to the turn. This is the 3 of hearts. Brings that hearts draw in there for OJ. They check it. And another 3, which means that ace is gonna hold for Christian. They check it down. Christian's gonna take a nice little pot. Joe's got Jack 9 suited. He'll make the call. King Queen for John George. He'll make it 25,000 to go. Jack 9 is not going to be able to continue there. Good pre-flop bet from John there with King Queen. Pocket 7s for Jerry. You know what I have to say? 7's always coming. Lucky 7s. Sounds like Christian's going to move for our next hand.
Well, actually, if you want to come down to 9, I'll stay in C7. Actually, probably balance on the table a little better.
All in shove for 38,000 with those pocket 7s. Big slick for John George. He's obviously going to make the call. Ace Jack for OJ. Wow, really good fold from him and Mike there. Nothing left to do but see the cards come out. 7's currently in the lead. Oh, but any 10, any ace, any king is going to change that. But none of them are going to come out. Jerry's 7s are going to hold. Nice double up there for Jerry. Good moves there from Jerry, making sure he stays afloat here in our freeze out. Over $1,200 prize pool. 1,200 guaranteed. Give you some of the best bang for your buck in the West Texas, Eastern New Mexico area. Looks like Joe's going to catch a walk there with ace deuce of clubs. It's another good feeling being the short stack, catching a little walk. Don't even have to bluff shove to get them to get away from it. Joe's going to make the call, a 5-6 offsuit. Ace-4 for Christian. He's going to put 11,000 on top, put some of that pressure on the short stack. Joe's going to get away from it. Good bet there from Christian. This time John George will be first to act. 5 minutes remaining in our 3,000, 6,000 blind. It's going to fold around to Christian. 6 deuce suited in the small blind. He's going to raise it up to 16,000. Jerry, the only one left to act. 9-4 offsuit. It's hard to make the call with a hand like that, even if you do turn out to have the high card. Another good pre-flop bet from Christian. OJ, our chip leader, seems to have quieted down over there. Not getting involved quite as much as the table thins out, and the need to remain that chip leader is very important, ICM implications wise. Just Jerry and John. Jerry with 7-4 clubs. It's going to be a shove. 7-4. Pretty much most holdings are going to have to fold there. John puts it down quickly. Nothing more fun than seeing runouts and, sick coolers and suckouts in poker, but it is interesting to watch players who play against each other just about every day bluff each other off their blinds back to back to back. Looks like Christian Jerry had enough of making moves, though. Ooh, King 10 suited for OJ. He's going to catch a walk when he probably doesn't want to. Pocket fives for Christian this time. Just gonna make the call to 6. OJ is gonna call in with 9-3 offsuit. Looks like just a check there from Mike with 7-3 suited. 7-3-8, 2 hearts out there. 7-3 just took the lead in a pretty big way. He's gonna make it 11,000 to go. Christian will get away from it. OJ will also get away from it. Christian says, good bet. Much better flop than it was a bet for old Mike there. Suited ace there for Jerry. Just gonna opt to make the call. Up to 15 from John with Queen Jack off. Gonna fold back around to Jerry. He's gonna quickly make the call. Ace 9-4. Looks like another all-in shove from Jerry. He can't help himself. He is in the lead this time, though. I believe we're going to make our way up to 4,000, 8,000. Ooh. Just gonna be a walk for old Christian there. Queen 9 diamonds. That's one of those hands he'd like to catch a walk on. King 10 suited. A lot of showdown value. A lot of good cards come out for King 10 suited. Queen 9. It's not very different, but ask any poker player, they'll tell you it's different. Different hand. Looks like a call from OJ there with King 10. Call from Joe with Jack 10 suited. Jerry's going to stick around 5-6 suited. And John George going to take the option to check with 8 deuce. 6-7 ace rainbow. Jerry currently in the lead. Looks like a bet of 8,000. And everybody's going to get away from it. Jerry's going to take down another one. No longer is he slowly but surely gaining the chips back up to where he was when the final table started. He started speeding up. as the blinds get higher and higher. Down to 6 players on our final table tonight. And under the gun, looks like Mike is going to have pocket 7s. He'll raise it up 17,000. We're going to fold around to OJ, who makes the call with 9 deuces diamonds. All he needs is the 9. Diamonds would work too, of course. 6, 10, deuce. 2 hearts out there. Check from OJ. Bet a 30 from Mike. OJ's going to get away from that bottom pair. Raise up to 17,000 from OJ with king high. That's all it's going to take. Mike's going to get away from it. This time it will be Christian under the gun. He's just been kind of floating around, middle of the road. Had a couple of unsavory hands, but pretty much stayed out of the action. All in. From John George. Ace 5. 72-5 is the final count. King, queen for Mike. He'll get away from it. But a call from Joe with ace 3. Not that live indeed. Clubs can't win it for Joe. Ace can't win it for Joe. Unless he catches an ace and a 3. 5, 6, 7. Really strong flop there for John George. Nothing going to come out to help. He would have needed running 3s or a straight card there. No help for Joe. Long and hard fought from him tonight, but he'll be eliminated in 6th place. Jerry, first act, king 9 unsuited. He'll get away from it. Up to 20,000 from OJ. Got a pair of 6s. Fold from Christian. Bet's gonna take it down for OJ. Big slick suited for OJ. Yet to act still. Up to 18. A7 for Jerry. Ooh. Jerry's gonna need to get away from this. He's drawing real slim. It's gonna be hard to with that ace though. Looks like he's pulling out some calling chips. Ooh, a raise to 38,000 now. And OJ's gonna shove, of course, with Big Slick. He's gonna make the call. Claims he's gonna catch diamonds. 5-4 king, no diamonds out there. 8 does give him some outs. Deuce, not one of them though. Ace king is gonna hold for OJ. Good game indeed from Jerry. Looks like the write-up has been announced on Matt there for not letting Jerry catch the diamonds, which is only fair. Looks like a walk, John George. Down to just 4. So if I'm not mistaken, that means we have reached the bubble. I have to check and see if payouts are posted. But I believe that is going to be the structure of the payouts tonight. Looks like it's going to be a call from OJ. He is in the lead here. He's got Christian notched. No 3 for Christian means he's going to remain behind. They're going to check it. 9 for OJ. He's going to extend the lead. They check it again. OJ's going to check that ace on the river. Just a bet of 15,000 here. But OJ is going to put down the better hand. A great bet there from Christian. Lucky river indeed. Perfect card to bluff. Ace queen suited. He's going to make it 20 to go. Mike's going to make the call with Jack 9 suited. Then you're going to check the flop down. Both of them catch 1 diamond. Ooh, up and down for Mike. They check again, but no help on the river. Ace queen is in the lead. They'll check it down. And ace high is good. Queen 5, Mike's going to make the call. 6-3 suited for Christian. He's just going to take the option to check. 8-8-5. Mike takes the lead. Bet a 10 from Mike. Christian's going to get away from it. Good fold, Christian. Fold around to Christian. Christian's got a nice hand. 8-9 suited. Make it 18 to go. John's got a king. Is it going to be enough to make the call, though? No kicker. It's not. He's going to get away from it. Good bet there from Christian. Fold around to John. Makes a... Oh, he makes a shove. King 6 suited this time. $105,000 this time. 6-7 suited in the clubs. A lot of trouble there for OJ if he were to make the call. He is going to get away from it. Another good move there from John George. We've got just a couple minutes here. I believe the table will be taking a break, at least a short one. Can't guarantee that they'll stick out there for the whole 15 minutes. 7 deuce for Christian. Oh no. The cogs are turning. A raise to 22,000. And he's gonna get to show it. Not a whole lot to call him there. Good move there. I could smell it coming on there. Christian looking down at 7 deuce. He can't help himself. Probably the most fun way you can earn yourself a big blind. Pocket sixes for John George. Bet of 120,000 the all in is gonna induce a fold from everybody at the table. Good move there with the sixes. Earn another 12,000 chips. It's time the chip leader will be first to act. He's got himself a little bit of a hand here. He seems to agree with me. Call from Christian with some baby-suited connectors. King Jack for John. A sneaky little check there on the blind. Jack 6-5. He is going to take the lead on the flop. But it is OJ who's betting. He makes it 12. Christian's got bottom pair. He'll make the call. John, of course, not going anywhere with the top pair. Oh, second five. Gonna give Christian trips. They check it around. Deuce doesn't change anything. Feels like he's gonna need to bet here. Just 30. Oh, a quick call. Bad news there for John with top pair. Unlucky turn card. Like I said, we will be going on at least a little bit of a break here. Give the dealers a chance to color up the chips. Give the players a chance to catch a breather, some fresh air or something. We will be back. It should not be any more than 15 minutes, so stay tuned for the final part of our final table action here in South Plains. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
they got 2 plaques.
Yeah. John's got 2.
And one more. The one who got the last plaque will get all that.
What's that?
The one who got the last plaque will keep all the plaques.
Well, he'll keep 1 and OJ will definitely keep 1 because they knocked somebody out already, so they get that $100 from that plaque. But yeah, they don't all keep going in. Like if he goes all in, he just has to go all in with 1, and he keeps this regardless.
Okay.
Which he gets $100 for.
But the Bojangles, you get that plaque and that plaque and that plaque.
Then that's $300 extra dollars.
Okay. Oh, because I'm going there, but I got 14 on mine.
Texas up 39-31. Texas offense took a minute to get started through the air, but they delivered when it counted. Arizona State's turn.
I'll put it up with that, and you know I'll be in that game right now.
Yeah.
Just kind of my brother passed away, and it's all hitting real good. Every time I came over here to Texas, I didn't want to think about it.
Yes, they are. The Hornets take it 39-31 in a thoroughly entertaining game in Atlanta. So Texas squeaks by ASU, and now they're an early 6-point underdog in the semifinals against Ohio State, according to ESPN Bet. Buckeyes have been great against
I feel like buying back in, but
against AP top 5 teams this year.
Well, Carson Wentz not Patrick
I'm
Mahomes
ready for
against
my
Sunday when the Kansas City Chiefs visited the Broncos. Head coach Andy Reid named the Wednesday with the Chiefs having the #1 seed already locked up. Said Reid, it wasn't a hard decision. If the Broncos win, they'll clinch a playoff berth over the 7th seed. Now, Tyler Huntley will be the likely starter when the Miami Dolphins face the Jets Sunday. Tua Tagovailoa in this last
if you just help me look at the 1 toes, we got some to eat.
was limited in practice this week. The Dolphins need to
You know it's better than that.
the Broncos loss to the Chiefs in order to clinch a playoff berth. So let's look big picture. Playing is obviously an week 18. So in the AFC, it's worth repeating. The Broncos say, quote, "Love you always, brother. You inspired me every day. Now you get to be with me in every moment. I got this, family team. Don't worry. This is for us." The Saints and Pelicans released a statement that read in part, "The New Orleans Saints and New Orleans Pelicans are deeply saddened by the tragic events that occurred on Bourbon Street early on New Year's Day. New Orleans is a city built on resilience, and this heartbreaking event reminds us of the importance of coming together to support one another, to honor those affected, and to work toward healing as a community. In times of tragedy, the New Orleans community has always shown extraordinary courage and compassion, and we are certain that this time, yes, interim head coach, Darren Wilson.
There's some people that woke up this morning, unfortunately, lost loved ones. That were victims of these attacks last night.
Yeah, I'll just make coffee.
And so now a way to start the new year, it certainly puts things in perspective. And once again, my thoughts and prayers are with you.
Doing action cards for us? Give me something to talk about?
I like cards. Prayer a lot.
Yeah, I've been hearing it slow down. Well, firsthand, we have like triple all in. Slow down. It's me.
Several reacting on social media. Zion Williamson, of course. Pelican praying for our city and those impacted by the tragic events that took place early this morning. Tyron Matthew praying for those affected by the tragic events last night on Bourbon Street. And Cam Jordan woke up to text about what happened on Bourbon Street last night. God bless. The pure tragedy. Sorry to all the lives that were affected.
Pelicans were on the road in Miami to take over the Heat. Observe the moment of silence after the win before the game. Honor the victims of the tragedy on Bourbon Street. Pick up the game from the fourth quarter. Tell the hero to get it going. Hero for the Heat. Let me get out here for a minute.
I was looking for it last time. So yeah, OJ left under the
What do you got? You got a little more than I do.
I'm 5,000 more than you. I counted them at the break.
I got 80.
I have 85.
85. No, it needs to be right.
Yes, we do. Al want something?
Yeah, you got some revenue.
I'm still open to that. Paying for something.
That's a thing. We
Yes,
all
I'm
have
saying,
that.
in Christian down there, they get the whole thing. I'm just got a big stack.
Look at that. 87 cents for each 100 milligrams of
Right.
Play it out, man. If I win, we lose, I lose.
You're not going to win.
No, because you never know anymore.
It is true. You never know.
You never know.
One somebody double somebody else, and then double it again, and you know.
Yeah, it would only take 2 pots. Oh shit!
What's that?
You want
We are going to be coming back from break just a couple minutes early. I don't know if you could catch it through the window, but Alfred, one of our finest poker players out here in Farwell, won the button draw and one of our final presents that we have left over from the high hand present reward system we had this winter. And he pulled the big one, a 50-inch LCD TV. Congrats to Alfred.
Yeah, y'all probably too young to remember the old Saturday Night Live and Gilda Radner going a big rant about something and someone would explain it to her and she'd go, oh, never mind. Not the way I am about that kind of shit. I don't know what gigabyte is. Or megabyte. I don't know which one's more. Do you know, Jay? You know anything about it?
I'm reasonably tech savvy, not like insanely, but it's funny that it seems like my generation is the one generation that was very tech savvy. The generations below us are not tech savvy, even though they use a lot of technology, but they don't understand how any of it works. Like Gen Z, my daughter doesn't know how to move files on a computer or anything like that.
I don't either.
There is the buzzer.
Uses it, everything's like made so nice for them in apps and everything where it's very easy to use. They don't ever have to like install programs or they don't know how to
Blinds are going to be up to 5,000, 10,000. $80,000 all in. We do not know what Mike is holding. Jack 10 suited for Christian. It's going to be hard, but he's going to lay him down. King 10 for OJ. Even harder cards to lay down. On the bubble, he is going to make the call. See if we can catch those cards that Mike has. Pocket sixes. Is going to be a misread there, but Mike is going to take it down.
Jackson and diamonds. Everything OJ needed.
This time, 10-8 of clubs for the under the gun player. $30,000 will be the bet. Got an ace there from Mike. He's going to stick around. And the 7 that Christian's not going to need. He is going to have to dodge a diamond, though. Top pair. Bet a $50,000. He's going to raise up that price a little bit to tax those diamonds. He is going to get the bad news. All in from Mike. He is right on his tail, though. He knows only one diamond there. 2 diamonds, more likely just to make the call. Especially if he were to have the ace there. Ooh, the call from Christian. A diamond's going to be needed from Mike. This time not in the lead. Queen of spades. And the 5 of hearts. Nothing for Mike there. Which means he is going to be eliminated in 4th place. Great game tonight from Mike. Nice to see him back. Great call there from Christian. Put Mike exactly on what Mike was holding, the single ace at diamonds. And he had the guts to make the call, too, and he'll get paid off for it. Nothing worse getting knocked out on the bubble.
I don't think OJ's going for that. I didn't let him do that last week when he was the short stack. I don't think he's going for it when I get a walk.
Walk this time for Christian. Make some of those chips back. Give or take a couple thousand chips each. We have a big stack out there for Christian. He is going to lose some of it to that he's not going to lose anything. He took down the hand. He took the middling stack of Mike's. This time the walk is for John George. It is John now that needs a little bit of help. He's going to have to make a couple moves, but he's been making some good moves last half hour or so. We saw that ace-5 all-in shove get paid off against ace-3. And this time the walk is for OJ. As long as everybody gets a turn and it's fair. Table surprised to hear that Christian was able to put down 8-3 offsuit. That's right in his range. Ace-7 this time for John. And it will be 80,000 to go. No one's going to stick around. Especially being in the button 3 ways. That's a very, very important hand to get paid on. You get the small blind and the big blind from your opponents. It's the most ideal place to shove is the short stack. Pocket 3s. Christian makes it 25 to go. John's going to call the Queen Jack. We have a little bit of action here to a flop. 8, 9, 10, Queen Jack. Oh my God. What a flop for John. Christian's going to check it. 2 spades out there. John's going to have to make a bet to protect from those spades, which might just scare Christian off of those pocket 3s. Not a single spade in the holding of our players. All in and a quick call. What an unfortunate... Oh, there's a 3. Queen. Wow. A couple of outs there picked up by the 3, but John's gonna just barely escape it. Got a little bit sweaty there, waiting for the river card. Luckily, Matt didn't make us wait too long.
I guess in hindsight, I just call. It's getting all in on the
Yeah, both players destined for the shove there that hand. Just happened one street earlier than we had assumed it might. John George going to make the call. Ace-10 suited for OJ. Just going to make a check. Hoping to print a check here on the flop. Top pair. It's a good start, but he's going to have to dodge the clubs. A bet a 10 from John and a raise to 30, it looks like, from OJ there. All in shove from John. And a quick call from OJ. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Club on the river is going to get John paid. And just like that, John made those moves we were talking about. We say he has 4,500 behind on the computer. I'd say it's probably closer to 20,000. Rough run out there for OJ. John now looks to be the big stacker, at least up there with Christian. After that hand with Queen Jack. Oh, it looks like a raise to 20 from John there. An all-in shove from OJ. Big slick for OJ. That's a good time to have it too, huh? He's going to have to dodge clubs again. None on the flop. But John does flop up and down. Oh. Queen. And nothing there to help OJ at the end. That's another sick fucking run out. That's going to leave us heads up. John George with just about twice the stack that Christian's got. Ace 10 is a pretty decent hand. Looks like the button gonna be on John here. First hand, a heads up action. John will be under the gun. Up to 20 with the connectors. And a call from Christian. 10-8 suited. They're going to check it down. Couple of outs there on the 4. No hearts out there for him to be afraid of. Looks like it is going to be bet and folded out there by John.
I got a tough matchup here. I rely on Matt to bail me out. Pretty close. You got me covered.
John does have him covered. Ace here. Now it's up to 20 again. You're going to see a lot of pre-flop raises and a lot of calling that you would normally see at a 9-person table when they go heads up. Ace 6 currently in the lead, but it's very slim. 2 hearts out there for John. A bet of 45,000. Putting the pressure on the short stack. Christian to make the call. Turn card. 10 of diamonds. Just going to extend Christian's lead. But nothing there to tell him that. Wow. Christian's going to make the call here. As long as there's no queen, no heart. Uh-oh. There's that river card again. Everything does get there with that 9 of hearts. Queen Jack gets a straight again. 7-6 has the straight again. Hearts are out there. Hearts, of course, what he needs to really be afraid of. He's holding a 6. John also holding a 6, but no 7 to accompany it. He was making a lot of really good calls here, but this one would be disastrous. Paired board like this, there's a lot of times that an ace high will take it down, but that heart, John cannot miss his flushes right now. We'll see if that might influence how Christian makes the call here. The longer this goes on, the more John's going to feel comfortable in the fact that Christian's not shoving on him with the ace of hearts. He gets away from it. Good fold, Christian. It's going to be a big pot for John George there, but it's better to keep it as small as possible, get away from that river. It's scary, and it's scary for a reason. Wow. Good job, John. He's going to know exactly what Christian had. Well, he's going to know even better because he looks down at it this hand. He's going to make the call, and a check from Jack 8. King, Queen, 9 is going to favor the ace high here. Is a gut shot there, though, for that Jack 8. They check it to the river now, and the 10 gets there for Christian. This time it's his turn on the river. 15,000 and a snap fold from John there, who doesn't pick anything up. The way John is talking, it almost sounds like he's saying he had a bluff there instead of that flush. Christian makes the call with King 6. The diaper hand is gonna be in the lead on the flop. They check it all the way to the river. Oh. They check it down. Christian's going to get there on the river. Luckily for John, not too much of a pot for him there. Just the 10,000 pre-flop chips that John put in. River cards are looking pretty nasty tonight. Deuce for John. He's got the Brunson. He's going to make it 20. With a king, Christian's going to make the call. See if Dolly's going to give John any help. No. Christian flops 2 pair. He's going to check it over to John, who checks it back. 10. Boom. They check it again to the river. John's going to be good with the Brunson. A little pot there for John to pick up with the Brunson. Have himself a little bit of fun. Break up that final table monotony. It sucks sometimes having to play good poker. Feels pretty good when you do it right, but doesn't mean it's always fun. This time it's Christian. Looks like a raise from John George is going to take down the pot pre-flop. No fun for Christian like old John was having. Sounds like the blinds are going to be up next hand, though. Open fold from John. Nothing to look down at. Ace 10 for Christian. He's going to be all in. Ace 3. Looks like he made the call. Uh-oh. 3 on the flop. 6. Queen. Wow. The 3 is going to hold, and that means that the tournament has come to an end. Congratulations, John, for taking it down. Welcome back after the holiday season. Great play there. With that being said, our final table is coming to an end. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be back with some final table action on Friday when we resume our WSOP series, where you and all of Farwell's finest poker players can have a chance to earn their way into the 2025 WSOP later this summer. With that being said, it looks like they're taking all my cameras down, so I'm going to have to cut the feed. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.